Welcome to this course about artificial intelligence, basics, and geographic applications. In this course, we will learn about the basics of Python programming, machine learning, and artificial neural networks using geographic use cases in code-along lectures and exercises. The structure of this course is organized into three sections at the top level: Getting Started, Python Basics, and Artificial Intelligence, or AI in short. We are currently in the first section, Getting Started, in which we will first install Anaconda and VS Code. Anaconda is a Python and R distribution offering simplified package and environment management. So this will hold our programming environment running in the background. VS Code will be our code editor. So this is what we will see while running our scripts. Both Anaconda and VS Code will work together. Anaconda will handle our programming environment, and VS Code supplies the interface in which we will write our code. After we have installed those programs, we will talk about the folder structure that holds the materials and take a look how to open and run Python code from Jupyter Notebook files. You can just use your browser to search for the Anaconda download. Even though Anaconda promotes to register via an email, you can just skip this to get to the download page and download Anaconda for Windows. As this will take some time to download, I also search for the VS Code download as well. And also trigger the download from their homepage. Depending on your internet connection, it will take some time to download those installers. So I will just skip forward in this video to start with the installation of Anaconda. I will not make any extraordinary settings during the installation and just click through it. The installation of Anaconda will take some time. Therefore, I will again speed forward. When it is done, I just remove those ticks as I want to install VS Code before starting Anaconda. So I start the VS Code installation next, and also just click through the installation dialog. After that, you can set some preferences like dark or light layout. So just click through it or mark it as done. Then we can start Anaconda, which always takes some time until the graphic user interface is set up. You can just ignore the registration process. When this update information comes up, you can execute it. But I will just ignore it for now, as we do not really need the latest version to run our Python environment. Then I go into the Environments section. This is where we see all the different Python environments we might set up over the time. The neat part about Anaconda is that we can have several different Python environments that work with different Python versions. As we have prepared a Python environment for this course, we can import it with this import button. Now I'll just click on Don't Show Again. This notification is really annoying and will prevent the execution of processes in Anaconda, as it plops up in the background and all the processes will be stopped until you have closed this again. But let us look into the file that we are going to import here. We just navigate into the Getting Started folder and find this NFDI file with the ending YML. As we have already installed VS Code, we can just use it to open the file. This file holds all Python packages that should be installed in the environment, and also includes the QDAC toolkit and QDNN, which are packages for the GPU support. GPUs significantly speed up deep learning processes. With those packages, only certain NVIDIA GPUs are supported. So if you have an NVIDIA GPU in your computer, check if those are the suitable drivers for your specific device. I will not go into details how to install those drivers manually, as there are a lot of videos about that, and we will not really need graphic card support, as the neural networks that we are going to set up are not that big that a CPU couldn't handle it. Now let's get back to the Anaconda navigator and import this file. As there are a lot of packages to be installed, this will take some time. On my machine, it took roughly 10 minutes. That's why I speeded up for the video. So the installation is done on my computer, and now I want to check two things. For that, I make a left click on the green button next to our newly installed environment and click on Open Terminal. Now this black command window will open within our environment. I have added a txt file with the prompts that I will write into it within the Getting Started folder. First, I write Python and hit enter. Now Python is started and we can see that we are using Python version 3.9, which is important as we are using an older version to be compatible with our deep learning framework, which is TensorFlow version 2.10. We are not using the latest TensorFlow version, as 2.10 was the last one that supported GPUs on Windows system. And the TensorFlow version 2.10 does not run on the latest Python version. That's why we are using Python version 3.9 and not the latest 3.12 version. Now within Python, I want to test if TensorFlow got properly installed with import TensorFlow stf. Then hit enter again and wait. If nothing pops up except some new arrows beneath it, everything should be fine. Then I copy this line of code and hit enter again. I receive a lot of text telling me that something did not work, and at the end there are empty brackets. Those indicate that TensorFlow could not find any GPUs that it could use to speed up the calculations. And for this laptop that I am currently working on, this is totally fine, as this laptop does not have any GPUs. If I paste the prompt again and remove the GPU from the brackets, I see that my CPU is going to be used for the calculations, which will be a bit slower, but this is okay. Let us go back to Anaconda and start VS Code from there. I switch to the Home menu and launch VS Code. Just make sure that your NFDI environment is activated within the dropout menu at the top. First, I will create a new file under File and then New File. Then we have to decide what kind of file we want to create. We could use regular Python files, but we will work with Jupyter notebooks. Jupyter notebooks have individual cells which can hold Python code. Let us make a hello world print statement within such a cell. To execute the cell and thus its content, you can either click on the Run button next to it, or hit Shift Enter or Control Enter on your keyboard. When running something in VS Code for the very first time, you probably have to install the Jupyter Notebook support, like I have to do it. Just install it and get back to your notebook after that. If I run the cell now, VS Code asks me from where it should take the Python kernel, so the Python version running in the background. And as we already set up a Python environment, we can search for it and select the NFDI environment. Now we allow the access when the Windows firewall gives us a warning, and finally our cell is being executed. Now let us see how we open the notebooks provided in this course. As we will start with the Python basics, I will first look into that folder. This Python Basics folder deals with the very basics of the Python syntax and has got several parts. The first script contains explanations and code examples. This is the script where you learn about Python. The next one contains exercises in which you should apply the things you just learned. The one thereafter contains the solutions for the exercise, which you can use to check your results or to get help when you are stuck. Notice that there is often more than just one solution to a task, and this script only shows one possible solution. The next part then gives some new inputs, followed by another exercise and the solutions. One way to open those files is to start VS Code via Anaconda, while making sure that the correct environment is activated. Then we go to File, Open File, and navigate to the file we want to open. We are asked if we trust the source, as Python could potentially harm your computer. But of course, we say open in this case. Within this notebook, there are several links to videos which explain more about the topics. You see that this notebook not only contains Python code, but also texts in Markdown format, giving you explanation about the code. When you execute the first Python cell, VS Code will again ask you about the Python environment. In case the right environment is not among the suggested ones, you can just search for other kernels where the environment should be listed. It might happen that you make a double click on one of the Markdown cells. This will activate the edit mode, causing the cell to look kind of weird. Just execute that cell with Shift-Enter to get back to its right format. Let me show you a different way to work with notebooks. In this case, we first started Anaconda to start VS Code and then opened the script. We can also take a shortcut and just open the file directly. Just make sure that VS Code is the default program to open the Jupyter Notebook files. I scroll down to a Python cell and execute it. It can happen that VS Code does not know where to find the Python environment the first time. You could try a computer restart to fix this problem, or install a Python environment for VS Code, and then close and open the file again. One last thing. In the later lectures, the structure of the course will change a bit. We'll find mostly empty notebooks, which serve as a template to code along with the videos. There will be one video for each lecture. You will also find the solutions, which contain the final script from the video. In some chapters, you will again find exercises to deepen your understanding. So open the first file from the Python Basics and try to work through it, one after each other. But do not worry too much if you do not understand everything. I will comment a lot on the code that we are writing in the AI section of this course. So some things might get clear when we apply them.